Okay, good evening and hello everyone. Today we are going to look at writing the letter I, capital I and common I. Now in Google Classroom, you will notice that I give instructions. Okay, so the one at the top is the instructions for writing capital I, and at the bottom here, that's the instruction for writing lowercase I. So using these instructions, I am going to write capital I and common I, right? So this says start at the top, a long line. So you start at the top, you make a long line down, back to the top, short line across the top, down to the bottom, short line across at the bottom, right? So quickly, before we follow those instructions, I'm just going to start writing today. Again, T is down and across, straight down and across, okay? O is a short letter. It starts a little less than midway between these two lines. D goes around up to the top and down to the bottom. So it has a short part and then it goes a short wrong part that's the same height as the short O, and then when you go around you go up without raising your hand off the page and down, right? A, again, it's a short letter, so it has to be the same height as these other short letters or short parts of letters. You go back a little bit first, you start here, you go back a little bit, around, in to touch the line, up and down without raising your hand. Y, down, in to touch the line, up to the same height, down under the line and in. That's today. Now to write the next word, you're going to leave a space. Remember, you leave two lines on the top to write your name, so you could practice writing your name every day. So there is a space. I'm not writing it close. I'm leaving a space to write is. Down, that's a short I. It has to be the same height as the other short letters or parts of short letters. Now again with the S, like if you're going to make a C or A, you put your dot, you go back a little bit before you start to go down and around, right? But when you're making that S, you don't go straight down to the bottom. When you reach halfway, you go in a little bit, then you come back out and you go in there to touch the line. Now that S is not a perfect S. The top part seems to be a little bigger than the bottom part there, right? So made that mistake. Anyhow, today is Monday. M, you go down, capital M, from one top line to the bottom line. Then you go back up on that same line. Then you go down, slant a little bit, up and down. M. O is a short letter. It's going to be the same height as the S. Okay? Right. So you go around N, short N, down to touch the line, up, around, and down. Now when you're making these short letters, remember, the tall letters go from top line to the bottom, but the short letters, they go around, they start way lower than the top line, okay? So this is the middle of these two lines. You go a little lower and you start, okay? So D has a short wrong part. First you go back again, around, in to touch the line, up to touch that top line and down to touch the bottom line. A, around is short, in to touch the line, up and down. Sorry, let me do that again. You go back a bit, around, in to touch that bottom line, up and down. The Y, short, you go down to in to touch the line, up, down a little bit, right? Today is Monday and we are doing writing. So W is like an upside down M. Okay, slant lines, tall letter, this one, it goes from line to line. So you go down, up on another line, down on another line, and up to touch this line here, right? Tall letter, line to line. I see some people using the ones with the lines drawn, and if you can do that, that's good. Right, so let's go again. So it's a short letter, down, up and around, down, I, T, line to line, down and across. We go across at the height of the short letters, straight down and across at the height of the short letters. I is a short letter here. There's a tall I, but right now we're making the lowercase I. N, lowercase n, you go down, up on that same line, around and down, and then the G, okay? Around and down beneath the line there. Right, so now we're going to make that I, capital I. Now, as in the instruction, it says start at the top, so I'm going to start at the stop line here. Make a long line down. So I'm going to do what they say, and these instructions are there. So in the future, you could also use them, right, to help them make the letters correctly. And then it says go back to the top. After you make that long line, you go across, a short line across, and you go back to the bottom and a short line across, right? Now, with the common or lowercase I, they say start at the middle. That means midway between the two lines. Well, we start a little lower than that. Short line down to the bottom and drop the line, right? So there it is, right? Okay, so we're going to do that over and over. I'm going to set up the books and you're going to do that tomorrow. Practice writing your I's. Okay, bye.